So today I'm going to be sharing how I overcame my social anxiety as a lifelong shy girl. I was a shy queen growing up, but now I'm not. I'm still a quiet girl, okay? So don't confuse. I think a lot of people confuse quiet with being shy. God just made me a quiet girl. You might not think I'm quiet because I post all these videos about me talking, but in general, I'm more quiet or reserved, but I'm not shy. And the difference I feel with that is when you're shy, it's more of like a social anxiety where you just like fear talking, but when you're quiet, it's just like you just don't have much to say, you know. But I don't have like anxiety, and I'm able to like step up and chat if I need to. But I'm just gonna be reading some Bible verses and just tell you how Jesus helped me overcome my social anxiety, and I hope it can help you too, because you can do it. Trust me, if I can overcome it, you can overcome it. Okay, I used to literally, I was scared to ask for napkins at restaurants. I was like that bad. Like I would literally not speak, but now I can do all that. So Hebrews 13:6 says, so that we may boldly say, the Lord is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me. 2 Timothy 1:7, for God hath not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Then we have Isaiah 51:12 and 13. I, even I am he that comforteth you. Who art thou that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die, and of the son of a man which shall be made as grass, and forgettest the Lord thy maker, that hath stretched forth the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth, and has feared continually every day because of the fury of the oppressor, and if he were ready to destroy, and where is the fury of the oppressor? So it's mainly Isaiah 51:12, but the thing that kind of made it make sense for me was I was hearing this podcast where it was like a parenting podcast, and they were kind of sharing why they don't allow their kids to say that they're shy. Like, you know, when you meet kids and they're just like, because they don't know you, they're like, oh. And then the mom will usually say like, oh, she's shy, you know. And so these parents were saying that they don't say that because when you and they don't allow their kids to be shy, if that makes sense. Like, they literally force their kids to talk to people even if they don't want to, or they're like afraid of it. And it's just because shyness, it's a type of pride. And that was really hard for me to come to terms with, but it's true. Because when you are shy, you are focused on yourself, and you're focused on, what are people going to think if I say this? What are people going to think of me if I do this, and blah blah. And you're always just in your head focused on, what is everyone going to think of me, instead of focusing on, how can I help others, how can I be a blessing to others. And that's just when it clicked for me, because I realized I was so focused on myself that I was not, you know, developing relationships with people, you know, just being like friendly to people, because I thought like everything that I do is gonna be wrong and weird and you know. And so that was the first thing that kind of clicked for me, and it was like, I am so focused on myself, and I shouldn't be, because y'all, that is not humble, that is prideful. Even people think being prideful is, oh, like I'm better than everyone and like everyone's below me, but being prideful is also just being so focused on yourself. Like, this life is not about you, y'all, okay? Trust me, okay? Especially as Christians, like, we are called to be a blessing to others, to lift others, like lift up others, encourage them, and be bold for Jesus and be a light for him. And how are you going to do that if you're just so focused on what everyone thinks of you all the time, and just, oh, like, what are they going to think if I say this, and like, just stop, okay? Another thing that kind of just made it click for me, another realization, was I was afraid of talking to certain people. Like, I could talk to like my close friends or my family, no problem. But it was like certain people, I had this mindset that they were better than me, and so anything that I'd say was wrong, and I couldn't talk to them because they were just better than me. And that's such a wrong mindset to have, to put people on a pedestal, because nobody's better than anybody. We're all sinners, everybody poops, like, we're all people. A problem with that is just how growing up, when you're shy, usually like the popular people, the people that are most liked, are the ones that are outgoing and won't stop talking and blah blah blah. And there's nothing wrong with that, because God made us all different. But I think when you're growing up shy, it gives you this mindset that if you are outgoing and you have that personality, that makes you better than everyone else because you're usually more liked. When now that I wouldn't say I'm outgoing, but I have no problem like going up to people and talking to them. It's not that people like them more, it's just that they actually just are talking to everybody. And so they tend to know more people than you who stays stuck in your little shell, okay? That's the thing, is like, don't put people on a pedestal. Just because someone talks more than you doesn't mean that they're better than you. We're all imperfect, we all have flaws, and so don't put people on a pedestal. Just take the focus off of yourself. Instead of thinking, oh, like if I say this, they're gonna think I'm weird, think, hey, like how can I make this person feel welcome? How can I make this person feel that they're loved by God, you know? And that kind of, the mindset switched just changed my perspective completely. And I no longer go into conversations worried about, like, again, count how many times I've been saying, what are they gonna think of me, okay? But like, I don't go into conversations with that mindset anymore because it's not about me. It's about how can I be a blessing to this person. That's the kind of mindset that you have to have. Just get your mind off of yourself and it'll go away. Like, you're not going to be focused on yourself, so the shyness goes away because you're not focused on what you're saying. You're focused on, hey, this person likes this person does this, blah 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 blah, you know? And another thing to remember is that nobody cares about you that much. Like, everybody is in their own little bubble, in their own brain, thinking about themselves, that nobody is worried about what you're doing. I think we take it too far, and again, it's all about because you're focused on yourself that you think everyone else around you is focused on you, when that's not the case. Like, everyone's seriously focused on themselves. And seriously, it's so crazy. Like, if you would have told me 2 years ago that I like wouldn't be a shy queen no more, I'd be like, what? But truly, like, social anxiety is caused by you just focusing on yourself. And so try it, like, focus on someone else, talk to someone else, and don't be thinking about what they're thinking about you. Like, just actually pay attention to what they're saying and contribute to the conversation, and just accept, like, there's gonna be awkward moments. Like, you're probably gonna say stuff that you're gonna be like, oh, that was kind of awkward, that was kind of embarrassing, that was kind of weird. But like, move on. Like, everybody has those moments. It's not that deep. We're humans and we make mistakes, and it's just having grace towards yourself and other people. Because if you think about it, like, when I see someone else do something embarrassing, like that I know is embarrassing for them, like secondhand embarrassment, I feel bad, you know. I like notice for a second, and then my brain is somewhere else. I'm not focused on that. I'm not like, oh, like that person, they did something so embarrassing. I'm not staying up thinking about it. And so that's the same thing for you and other people. If you do something embarrassing, like, okay, like that was kind of embarrassing, and move on. Like, it's not that deep. Nothing is ever that serious. Get the focus off of yourself and focus on other people, and Jesus will take away that anxiety from you. I promise you that. Literally, I feel like I'm not even being dramatic, from like one day to the next, when I had this realization, I was like, okay, I'm not shy anymore. Like, I literally don't care. And that's not to say that you shouldn't care about what people think. It's important to take care of your reputation, reputation and how you present yourself. But I mean, in regards to like being so hyper focused on what everyone thinks of you and how you present yourself and all that, don't do it, because you'll always be stuck in your head that way, and you won't get over the social anxiety of it. And I especially really like that verse in Isaiah 51:12, and it says, like, who are you that you're gonna fear a man who's gonna die? Like, just think about like the worst possible in social scenarios that can happen. If you embarrass yourself and someone makes a comment, like, okay, like, it's literally just a human. That human's going to die. Why do you care so much about what they think? It's not even that deep. Those are my tips for you, and I hope you have a good day.